Where's David?
I don't know. Tell me when I can go.
Okay, bar mitzvah boy, turn around. Say hello.
Hello.
See you up there.
There was a group of people here, and he sent his general, Flavius Silva, with a legion, and they come here, they will settle at the bottom. You probably saw when we came up, you saw some squares down below. The squares are the Roman camps. So there were 7 Roman camps all around, so they settled around, and they will build also a wall, a protection wall all around to prevent the zealots to go away and to prevent them to have support. And then, once they are settled, they will have to climb, because the weapons that they had in those times, they were not effective from down below. What kind of weapons did they have in those times? Catapults.
לכל המשפחה האלה שיושבים פה, וזה קצת קשה להאמין שאנחנו באמת פה עכשיו לעשות לכבוד הבר מצווה של דוד הלל קנסן בן עינב. והיה הרצל שאמר אם תרצו אין זו אגדה, והיה לדוד חלום לעשות את הבר מצווה, לסדר את הבר מצווה פה במצדה, ועכשיו זה לא חלום. Shalom and welcome to everyone here. I said also in Hebrew, and we'll say in English, that it's hard to believe that we are actually here on Masada after having planned this day for so long. And we take our inspiration from Herzl, who said, if you will it, it is no dream. And David had a dream to have his bar mitzvah here on Masada, and that dream comes true today. The decision was a difficult one, because David has a congregation that he loves, and a family, an extended family, and family of friends that he loves at home in Minnesota. So whether to have a congregation, a bar mitzvah at congregation Shir Tikva, or a bar mitzvah here on Mitzada, and fortunately David didn't have to decide, because we are Shir Tikva right here, right now, and indeed we are on Mitzada. So, Vakasha, Hatchil, in Hashir, let's begin with the singing of Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. As we continue in our service, David will be helping not only with Seder Kriyat Torah, but with the leading of the entire service. And on this, his bar mitzvah day, he is honored with receiving his talis, which he has been looking forward to wearing all of his life. And so to present him with both his talis and his yad, I'd like to call forward his parents, Lucy Hansen and Jay Demina.
David, we are delighted to be joined by our family and friends on this special day in this special place. As you know, however, there is some sadness who cannot join us in person. They are all, however, in our hearts and here in their own special way. We are pleased to present you with this talus, a gift, a joint gift from Elaine, Yvonne, Judy, Donna, Mickey, and Cindy. Your kippah, whose design and colors you chose with Anita, was lovingly needle-pointed by her as a gift from the Dinnersteins. And your yad was a gift from Marjorie, Rachel, and Dinnerstein, especially picked out with you in mind. All of them, I know, are thinking of you at this moment with much love and very much pride.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitzivanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
יפה מאוד. We rise for Baruch Hu.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Blessed Adonai, blessed one. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Blessed is Adonai, the blessed one, forever and ever. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. נמשיך יחד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, יוצר אור ובורא חושך, עושה שלום ובורא את הכל, המאיר לארץ ולדרים עליה ברחמים, ובטובו מחדש בכל יום תמיד מעשה בראשית. מה רבו מעשיך אדוני, כולם בחוכמה עשית, מלאה הארץ קנייניך. תתברך אדוני אלוהינו על שבח מעשה ידיך, ועל מאורי אור שעשית יפארוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Eternal One is our God, the Eternal God alone. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Anochi mitzvah hayom alavavecha v'shinatam levanecha yivartavam v'shivtecha b'vetecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uvshavtecha uvetumecha uvshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uvtavtam amazuzot v'techa uvisharecha.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. For the Jew, Israel is a state of mind. It is not only a piece of geography, it is history, it is theology, it is memory. It is Jewish tears and Jewish triumphs. It is Jewish anguish and Jewish ecstasy. It is childhood legends and biblical verses. It is the direction that we pray and the object of our prayers. It is exile and homecoming. It is a burning temple and a flag at the United Nations. It is Tisha B'Av and Yom HaAtzmaut. It is all of our highest hopes and dreams all realized in one sacred and holy land. We rise for Tefillah.
Eternal God, open my lips, then my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah,
טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מקיים הכל אתה רב והושיע מקלקל חיים
בחסד מקיים הכל ברחמים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מהלך מלך ממית ומחיה ומציע ישועה
ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מקיים הכל.
Please be seated as we continue silently. Shalom Bimroha, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Israel, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Ya'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Ya'al Kol Yisrael. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on us, on all Israel, and all the world. We turn now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. Somewhere out of time, in the mystery of time, somewhere between memory and forgetfulness, dimly though, I remember how once I stood at your mountain, trembling amid the fire and the thunder. How I stood there, out of bondage in a strange land and afraid. And you loved me, and you fed me, and I feasted on your words. And yes, I can remember how the thunder was my heart, and the fire was my soul. Oh God, I do remember. The fire burns in me anew, and here I am, once more, a witness to that timeless moment, present now in the light of your Torah. I am reborn. Please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai Hagidula v'Hagifu, Urava HaTiferet, v'Hanetzach v'Ha'od. Ki chov hashamayim uva'aretz, Ki chov hashamayim uva'aretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, v'mitnaseh lechol rosh. We stand here now at the beginning of our chain of tradition, and ordinarily when we are at our chain of tradition, when we are meeting at our Beit HaKnesset in Minnesota, we have words that guide us, that are written in our prayer book. And today we don't have words that are written in our prayer book, but the people who stand here are the words. For this is a chain of tradition. In Hebrew we call it a Shalshelet HaKabbalah. Well, those of you who knew no Hebrew before you began our tour here know yet the word Kabbalah. Shalshelet is a chain, and Kabbalah is the kind of chain this is. Kabbalah means something in Jewish mysticism, we know. Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism, and in a way, to stand here on Mitzvah with these grandparents and these parents and this bar mitzvah is its own sense of mysticism. And so we take this Torah and all it stands for and the lives of these people who stand before us, and we pass this Torah down from generation to generation.
David,
As we give you this Torah,
we hope you'll always cherish it.
Please be seated. David, your grandfather asked me where this Torah was from. And of course we all know that this is the Torah Sinai. But in addition to this being the Torah that comes to us from Sinai, this particular Torah scroll has come to us from Jerusalem. It's come to us from a house of study in Jerusalem. And so how fortunate you are to read from this Torah Yerushalmi. And it is a beautiful, beautiful Torah indeed. And how wonderful that our Torah scrolls reflect their individuality and that they are all handwritten and all from their own place, but also they are all the same. So wherever we are, we read from this same Torah. And David is going to be chanting this morning from our Parsha for the week. He's reading from Parshat Chukat, and you have the Hebrew of his Torah portion there for you to follow along. And afterwards, David will be offering an English translation of his own for you to hear of this portion that he chants this morning. So if you can find your portion, So there are 3 aliyot today, and the first aliyah belongs to your grandparents, David. I'd like to call forward Ricky Canson and Joshua and Aviva Benanav. Ya'amdu Harishonim. Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Vayavohu b'nei Israel kol ha'edav mipartzim b'chodesh harishon liyashev ha'am b'kadesh v'tamat sham Miriam v'tikaber sham v'lo haya mayim laida v'kahalu al Moshe v'al Aharon v'erfa'am Moshe v'yomeru lemor v'lu gavanu v'yikva'achenu lifnei Adonai.
Baruch Atah Adonai melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chai olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. For the second aliyah, I'd like to call forward David's parents, Jay and Lucy, and his brother, Jesse Canson Benanav.
Baruch Adonai Haborach.
Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. V'lama habetem et kehal Adonai el hamidbar hazeh lemut sham anachnu uvirenu. V'lama ha'elitunu miMitzrayim havi otanu el hamakom hara hazeh lo mekom zera ute'ena v'gefen v'rimon u'mayim ein liyastot v'yavo Moshe v'Aharon mipnei ha'kehal al petach o hamoed v'yiplu al pneihem v'yer kavod Adonai Eloheim.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tokeinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Jesse's going back to his seat now, but his parents are remaining here because the third and final aliyah belongs to David, and because this is the moment when he says the bracha himself. This is the actual moment, although I must say there have been so many moments, David, of recent time, looking up at you, where each moment you look and say, oh my goodness, this is a young man who stands before us. But this is the moment for sure that we know that it is true. And so your parents have a special blessing to say on the occasion.
Baruch shepatranu ma'an shel zeh. Blessed is the one who has allowed us to raise our son to the age of Jewish responsibility.
Ya'amod David Hillel ben Yair v'Leah habar mitzvah.
Baruch Adonai Haborach.
Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'torah. Amen. Amen. V'yidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, ha et hamateh, v'kehel et ha'edah, atah v'haron, achika, dibartem el hasela, le'inhem v'natav le'mam, le'hotetav le'hem mayin min hasela, v'hishkita et ha'edah ve'et b'iram, v'yakach Moshe et ha'amete melifnei Adonai kasher tzivahu, v'yakilu Moshe v'Aharon et ha'kehal al pnei hasala, v'yomer lahem, שימו נא המורים, המין הסלע הזה, נוציא לכם מים. וירא משה את ידו, ויח את הסלע, מטהו פעמיים בצעו מים רבים, לתשעדה ובירה. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'torah.
Amen. Now you know that this Torah portion was very critical to this very moment, because I think even those of you who are not fluent Hebrew speakers know the word mayim. And so I don't know if you heard how many times the word mayim, the word for water, which is an important resource to us, especially important we know at this moment. I don't know if you know how many times the word mayim was repeated in that Torah portion, but let's see if as David shares his English Torah portion, you can listen for the word water. Listen carefully.
My Torah portion teaches that the children of Israel came into the desert in the first month. The people lived in Kadesh. Miriam died and was buried there. There was no water for the people, so they assembled themselves together against Moses and Aaron. The people said to Moses, Why have you brought us into the wilderness? To die here? Why did you have to make us leave Egypt to come into this terrible place with no grain, figs, or grapes, or pomegranates? There's even no water to drink. Moses and Aaron left the people and fell to the ground. Then the presence of God appeared to them. God said to Moses, You and your brother Aaron take the rod and
God is arriving in a helicopter.
For those of you who are not members of Shir Tikva, you know, this was done just to make us feel at home. It's, you know, just the plane going by that open window.
God said to Moses, You and your brother Aaron take the rod and assemble the people, and before their eyes order the rock to give its water. This way you will provide water for the people and their animals. Moses took the rod as God commanded him. Moses and Aaron assembled the people in front of the rock. And Moses said, Listen, rebels, shall I get water out of this rock for you? Moses raised his hand and struck the rock twice, and the people and the animals drank.
So what's a greater miracle? A helicopter landing on Masada, or water coming forth from the rock? Water. Well, to be continued at the Kiddush, that discussion. David has not only his Torah portion this morning, but also his Haftorah portion. So he will continue now by introducing